the whole platform. This will bring, established insight of new users or upcoming users, and people can revisit and re-listen the recordings and understand why we built it, what we built, and what all offerings they come with Rift. So this series of training is Rift before you quit, and we start with very basic stuff, and then we move towards the whole complicated stuff as to how technology is used, what element of AI is used inside Rift, why Rift always wins, why do you see such precision of auto trading engine, what actually happens behind auto trading engine, everything we are going to discuss in these trainings. These trainings will be conducted 3 days every week, starting from today, Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. So I will be with you on these 3 days a week. So, and before we talk about strategies, before we talk about how we build the platform, before we talk about indicator, before we talk about other platforms, let's talk about something that most people avoid, the reality. Because if you don't understand why traders fail, then you'll keep repeating the same cycle no matter what system you use. So we need to understand first why traders fail and what is the outcome of trading, and how actually this world reacts and works. Over time, most traders they fall into three categories. The first group that loses money consistently. Second group stays stuck with break even. You don't have a loss, you don't have profits. People like me that I have put a small amount of money in Drift, and I've been playing on manual side of trading a lot. And in this playing, I've been very cautious, and I did not lose money. I did not make money, but I did not lose also. So I'm at break even, and maybe I will be always at break even because I don't take big risk. And then there's a very small group that actually compounds, that actually makes huge amount of profit. So um, on paper, trading looks simple. In reality, the capital erodes. Uh, so, and this is actually not opinion. This is the data which I'm talking about. This is not my opinion, your opinion, or this is not derived from AI. This is actually the market capital erosion data, which is of retail trader and the traders which are at break even, the traders which actually make profits and compound their capital. So, and between 70 to 89% of retail traders, they lose money, as I said. And this includes platforms like Binance, Bybit, and derivative platforms, all of them. This is not coincidence, this is structure. So the only thing that triggers here that access has improved, but execution has not improved. You all have access. Now we all know about Hyperliquid. We can go on Hyperliquid, we can connect our wallet, we can trade in futures, we can take up to 40x leverage, 50x leverage on Bitcoin and trade. We know that our access in terms of knowledge has improved. But what about execution? If we will place random trades, are we going to win always? Are we going to, lose like these traders, or are we going to stay in break even? This is the question. And the in reality, what is the scenario? Access has improved. People have access, but execution improvement is still there, still the same. So let's understand platform reality versus trader expectation. from different platforms. So today's trader is actually overloaded. So if we will understand the behavior and psychology of traders, there is no execution discipline, there is no risk enforcement, there is no behavioral control. These platforms are designed to enable trading, not to optimize your outcome. It is it is the truth. I mean, I don't know how many. I'm not trying to criticize Binance, Bybit, or different platforms. I'm just trying to draw a line where traders lose money and why they lose money, because these platforms are designed to only enable trading, only give you option to take leverage, play big, gamble big, and unfortunately, these platforms, I mean, they don't even aim to, or they don't advertise that they are aiming to optimize your outcome of trading, but we do. And that's why our USP, our pitch, our whole marketing line is different than these platforms. So if you go to Binance, if you go to Bybit, if you go to any other platform where there is futures, there is trading, there is derivatives, they provide charts, they provide indicators, they provide order types, but they do not provide execution structure, risk enforcement, or behavioral correction. This is something which is, not prevalent in the retail products that retail traders have access to. I'm not talking about institutional traders or HFTs. These platforms are designed to enable trading activity, not to optimize trading outcomes. Now let's understand information overload and cognitive breakdown of how traders they fall into the that trap or that hole or that ditch. Because today's trader is overloaded. They are overloaded with signals, indicators, news, noise. And what does research say? More information does not improve decisions, it actually degrades them. Whenever you go and read 10 different articles and you place a trade, the more you get into that, uh, what do you call that in medicine? Placebo effect. How many people know that this placebo effect? And that's where the internal, your mental placebo starts. The moment you place a trade and it goes a little south, that's where everything looks like, oh, did I just mess up? So, this is the story of every retail trader. Even this may happen to you in day to day life. And that's where your decision quality it affects, because you have a lot to process, you have a lot of information everywhere. Telegram groups, Twitter, Trump saying this, uh, you know uh, Indian prime minister saying that, then Pakistani prime minister saying this, then oil prices getting up, then you have all sort of colorful information, indicators, signals, noise. So, more information does not improve decisions. The whole conclusion is it often degrades them under time pressure. And till the time it reaches to you, it's already old. It's already encashed. The real market example, let's take a real market example. Let's say a BTC trade scenario. Let's say you got RSI signal that it's oversold. MACD shows divergence, and news sentiment is bullish. The trader hesitates and price moves, entry becomes emotional, and then the moment entry becomes emotional, the exit becomes reactive. Then you feel like, did I just mess things up, or is the price or market moving according to my whims or fancies, or it's going south, my luck is bad? Then you start going to God. You bring God in the trading. So the problem is not lack of data, the problem is inability to act on data consistently, because you can't do that. It's impossible for humans to do that. Even with machine, even with AI tools, even with your um heavy cell phones that you have purchased from the market. It's impossible for people to do that. So, and that's where the core failure point resides, the execution gap. Let's understand the execution gap in detail, and then we understand how traders fail, how we all, me and you, we fail. So, execution gap, which means the difference between what your strategy should deliver and what you actually achieve. On paper, it is 60% win rate, 1 is to 2 risk reward. In reality, it's 40 to 45% win rate, 1 is to 1 risk reward, or even worse. And there are emotional decisions on top of everything. And this is where traders they lose. And this is a behavioral loop that you get in because uh, on paper you see that you may in your whims and fancies that there is a 60% win chance. The market, the opportunity card on Rift shows that market is 70% bullish. Why did I lose? Something went wrong. Then there is emotional sizing of the trade. You could not determine. I mean, even if you made profit, I mean, you made 10 cents in reality, and then when you exit the trade, when it closes automatically, you feel like, why did I not take 5x leverage in this trade? That sort of, that is also failure in front of, when you compare it with Rift auto trading strategy, that is also a failure. The possibility to make more is also a failure according to traders. In that fraternity, me and you, we are not professional traders, but if you sit and talk to professional traders, making less is also a failure. So, uh, execution gap, the difference between what strategy should deliver and what a trader actually achieves. So, but actual trade behavior, you know, it's like whenever it's expected 60 to 65%, it's actually drops to 40 to 45%. Risk reward ratio 1 is to 1 or even worse. And then over trading increases cost. The more trades you place, the more builder fee you pay, the more platform fee you pay, and you repeat that over and over just to cover your loss that you have just accidentally made. Then we will come to the behavior cycle as well. Retail traders underperform not because of strategy, but because they cannot execute consistently. This is the conclusion me and you can draw by understanding what the data actually suggests and what is the real, market behavior or, the actual scenario is. You have a lot of information, and that lot of information could not be processed and streamlined for trades. And that's where you mess up. Now let's come to the behavioral loop. When a retail trader wins, the same time there's a spark of overconfidence that arrives in your brain or heart immediately. And that's where the increased risk, or you can say the whole, you can say bigger risk. I'm a heavy hitter now. These sort of thoughts, they start coming to the mind. And the moment these thoughts, they come to mind that you are a heavy hitter, and that's where everything goes a little, south. And then revenge trading, aggressive trading starts. And the moment you or a retail trader gets into revenge trading, that's where the drawdown condition they come. I believe you all know what is drawdown. The least or the max that you can ever lose in a trade is drawdown. And that's where a retail trader comes to this position of achieving drawdown. And then retail trader wins again and gets a new fresh overconfidence and then gets into the same loop over and over thousands of times. This is the real data of market. I'm not trying to create this psychological loop from my side. This is not my thoughts and imagination. This is the data of market. And from wallet addresses, from accounts, from blockchain, this is the behavioral uh, psychology of a retail trader. And behavioral finance proves that traders are not rational under pressure. Over trading, it increases after profits. Loss aversion leads to holding losers longer. Recency bias distorts decision making. So market don't create losses, behavior amplifies them. Not always markets are responsible for the losses, but your behavior, it amplifies the losses because once you face a little loss, you place five more trades. Let's say of $11 to cover 10 cents of loss that you have just received. So the behavior amplifies the losses you make. It is not always the market. Now let's look at the market reality. What what is actual reality of the market? It is very important for you to understand who you are actually competing against. There are 70% plus algorithmic trading in the whole trading diaspora, and around 20% are institutional traders, and then less than 10% are retail. You are trading manually in the market dominated by machines. So it is something that you can determine who you are competing against. The industry has evolved in access, speed, liquidity. But what is still broken? Execution discipline, risk structure, and behavioral stability. So you are trading manually in the market dominated by machines. The access has improved, the speed has improved, you have better and better platforms. You now can go on hyperliquid and trade on execute your trades on a layer one solution that operates at 200,000 transactions every second. 200,000 orders every second. I'm not talking about transactions. Usually you have high speed blockchains that offers 200,000 transactions every second, but hyperliquid type ecosystem offers 200,000 orders every second. So you have access, you have speed, you have liquidity, but one area remains broken, that is execution discipline, risk structure, behavioral stability. This is not a trader problem, this is an infrastructural problem. So the shift towards execution systems has to happen. And the evolution of market is clear. Manual trading, assisted trading, and system-driven execution. Now you don't get the platforms usually in market going viral, they which are providing signals. Have you guys seen recently signal platforms? I don't think many signal platforms are there which are currently viral in market or currently in limelight or making a lot of money in tokenomics or are really profitable businesses. Signals and all are outdated stuff which people are not paying attention to at this point. So right now, the whole sentiment of industry or demand is growth of quant funds, rise of automated trading systems, AI-driven execution models. The edge is no longer in analysis. The edge is in execution systems because everything is being handled by machines. So the analysis part is just for me and you to have fun. You read the news, you get the signals. I mean, the news signals, tips, pips are just to laugh at. They are no longer to be reacted at. There is no edge in the analysis. Even if you are a very good analyst, you cannot move anything in the when it comes to trading. The edge is in execution systems because analysis is already proven, it's already well defined, and everybody has access to precise analysis. So, and that's where that's where drift comes. So the real question becomes, what if trading did not depend on reaction, emotion, or manual execution? What if execution itself was structured? That's where Rift was built to address exactly that gap. So Rift is not another platform, it's a system designed to solve execution. So from tomorrow, we are going to go in detail why and how it is designed to solve execution and what sort of technology we run in the background that ensures that trading does not depend on execution, emotion, or manual execution. So, and these trainings are going to not just open your minds or brains, these trainings are going to assist you and give you clear idea and more clearer picture as to why we built Rift, what was the need and demand of the industry to have a product like Rift. So in couple of weeks, couple of days of these trainings, we are going to have broader understanding as to why Rift and what in terms of technology it brings uh, when it comes to time variable and opportunity variable in the industry. The product was needed in the market. It is not something that we have offered. This was the need of the hour that we have just built. So, and we will understand this in weeks and weeks of usage of Rift. So this is it on the first day of training, and we are going to see each other on Monday now. And Monday we will go further in detail, and then successively we are going to go deeper and deeper into Rift, and then I will keep on, maintaining the flow. And definitely we are going to. I'm going to introduce something on top of Rift, and then of course, the whole community is going to embrace it, just like you are doing, just like you are embracing Rift. Right. So, new things, updated, upgraded things are coming. Yes, Chintan.
Yeah, well, first of all, I always love your education. Um, but I want to hear a little bit more from you as a developer because if I am following, and I have been following you from the moment we started with Boomerang and where you are now and how you've developed processes in between, it seems as if you are changing your own business model also, because it seems as if where we met you, it was very much about, let's say, personal and technical invention of utility. And it feels that your training is more and more you looking at the analysis of the market. Where is the overall trend towards, and where is the magic point we need to be in order to be part of the next generation? Let's call it the fourth generation of AI development. Is that just me dreaming, or is that true? Is that what's going on with you and your team?
This is the reason, Chantal, why we don't have any access barrier to Rift. This is the reason why there is no sign up button on Rift. There is no fee that we are requiring for people to enter into Rift. That's why the access is free and it's unlimited. So we don't want ideas to stop here. We don't want people to stop here. We are creating diverse models, not just limited to one community, our community. I would say we still have a very small community if we compare to the, larger. macro level of trading fraternity that is there, traders which are there, which trade in futures. So of course, we are looking at the macro level of the insights of the industry, psychology of the industry, what industry requires, and we are focusing to develop and bring something that is needed, something that is not offered.
Yes,
So
yes,
the Rift is not an offering. Rift is the need of the industry.
yes. Yes,
Mm.
I get that. The second part that comes to mind with me is I've been spending a lot of time in the last 3 months at looking at the different AIs and looking at my traditional business and how it needs to be positioned in the right space. And what you're talking about in terms of the psychology, more and more people are saying we need flow space. We need to be in a flow state in order to have the patience, the insight, and don't go crazy because we have all the noise of all the social media, etc., etc. But we have to stay our own calm path of analysis. Lucky likes to say, I don't listen to the noise, I follow the results, and then I take action. And it feels that that is also what the message is that is coming from your education.
Exactly.
Thanks.
And the whole training is going to unwind like this. And the purpose of building Rift and the bigger purpose of building Rift is going to unfold with further trainings. Yes, Grace.
Shavez, the amazing thing about it, along the lines of Chantel's insights and observations, is the creation of the auto engine is what is holding as far as bringing this community together as the Rift explores the horizons and is unlimited, inclusive, open for the wider community. The actual auto engine is for this community to be able to participate. And when somebody, especially adults, when we're doing, okay, we have a better understanding. This is just what I read from Confucius, the ancient philosopher. When an adult does, then they begin to understand so much better. And one of the things that I discovered and am appreciating is the fact of the opportunity to do manual trading. I tried it and I wasn't ready for big time yet. So I put all the money over to the engine. And so I'm going to continue to learn and do with the demo and the demo side until I get more comfortable. So thank you for the opportunity to be able to do that and switch and yet to be able to participate and be participating at the same time. This is visionary and I appreciate, the thought process that went into you designing and developing this.
Thank you, Grace.
Fantastic, Chavez. I think we're all looking forward to the continuing journey, the serialization of your huge brain and sharing all the information. I think tonight was very, very informative, as everybody has said. So, where do you see Rift going, and how do you see it shaping over the coming months?
Okay, so I'll tell you what I see Rift as a retail product in the hands of a uh, you know normal retail user, I would say. A retail user coming to Rift, learning how to trade on manual side of on the demo version, and learning how not to make losses, then jumping onto the real trading mode. In the meantime, getting on to the auto trading and making a consistent earnings from the network, from the auto trading, everything. But at the same time, being motivated more towards manually trading and grabbing more profits from the manual trading side, um, which is, we can say see in data, in stats, that people have been making a lot of profits in the manual trading, and we are already working on improving the prediction layer to give you more predictive analysis as to how to win in these opportunities that we present to you. So my expectations from Rift is a user comes in, makes 20, 25%, 30% profits from auto trading engine, making a lot of making 100, 200, $300 every single day from referral earnings from both manual and automated trading side. And this is all real time. I'm not saying settlements are happening on a daily basis or weekly basis. This is all real time earnings that user is making, and then making 25 to 30%, 40% in the manual side, which is quite reasonable and achievable. So a user comes, understands Rift, understands how to trade, understands how to swipe, and with that minimal acumen of understanding the technology will make somebody grab 40 to 45 or 50% profits a month over a defined amount of capital is something that has never happened before in this industry. So this is where I see Rift as a product in the pockets of people in the cell phones.
Definitely. I think you can see with even with my limited knowledge and experience, you can see how you've spread the innovation around. The way that you select a trade just by swiping left, swiping right. Such a simple concept that you've copied across from dating apps. I don't know of other platforms. I've never seen other platforms that operate in that way. So for me, that was quite interesting to see that. The way that you've separated out so that you've got the trading engine on one set, almost like a separate feature on the app, not a combination thing. So you can choose one side or the other. But of course, I think the larger innovation, I mean, of course, from the forefront point of view, not from all the AI aspect, is that on all the other platforms that I've experienced, whenever you refer someone, it's a one-off referral fee. Whereas what you have given is this continuous ability to earn on the referral because you're always getting paid every time there is a trade. And I think that is from a user point of view, that is probably one of the bigger innovations. And I think just the whole design of it actually I think is very, very beautiful, looks very easy, it's simple to understand. Yeah, I'm not sure how much more you can bring to it, really.
More is coming. So the futures trading separately is coming on Rift as a feature so that you can select individual assets and trade.
And will that also be included on the auto trading engine? Will the auto trading engine be trading the futures and whatever else you bring?
It's already doing.
Oh,
Auto
okay.
trading engine is already trading in crypto, in futures, derivatives, in stocks, in futures derivatives, in commodities, in forex, future derivatives, everything. So auto trading engine is already well equipped, well advanced, and then we are going back foot. We are doing reverse engineering in the manual side. So we did everything in the auto trading engine already. Now we are providing all the services to the people to apply those after learning from auto trading insights to the manual trading. And that's how I see people grabbing 20, 24, 25% a month from auto trading. At the same time, people taking home 25, 30, 40% a month from manual trading. And that's how we are going to make it stronger. And the success rate is going to enhance from 40, 50% to 70 to 80%. That is the goal.
Wow. Grace.
Yeah, there is no limitation because it is trading crypto as well as the other um, sectors, uh, such as stocks and commodities. There is no restriction that is basically trading 24/7, correct?
It's
On
yeah, yes,
the auto engine?
yes.
Okay. Was there any reason for any kind of a stoppage? How about under manual trading? Is still able to trade 7 days a week, 24 hours?
There is no restriction. 24 hours, 7 days a week.
Whether it's auto or manual.
Both. Everything works 24/7.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Amazing. Okay.
It is.
Unless there's any other questions from anybody at the panel, I think we've probably, well, we've been going for just under an hour now. If there's anything else you'd like to add on there, Chavez, then otherwise we can conclude for the evening.
Monday, I will give you all walkthrough of user panel that we are building. So we are building a user panel for you to manage your referrals
Oh, wow.
separately.
Wow.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, I really want you to spill tea, but it's best to save it till Monday.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Okay, well, I guess the lesson there on that final sentence is make sure that you're here on Monday.
Yes.
Carl?
Don't forget, we've got an opportunity now for any support questions as well.
Oh, yes.
Please
Yeah, of
drop
course.
everything in the group. Everything you have access, please drop everything in the group. And
Fantastic.
we are building. Okay, Monday I will make announcements of what we are building more. You guys can see every single day we are bringing enhancements to the app. We are bringing new things to the app. So
Definitely. I mean, we can see, the excitement is building. Certainly, Carl and I have noticed in our team that the numbers have started to increase and go up. So people are starting to embrace Rift because they're seeing the results. Every day we are showing results at the end of presentations. Every day we are discussing, and Carl has got his Excel sheet that he's updating daily and showing people. So certainly people are starting to embrace, and I think it's amazing that you never let it get away from you. Kept it in your mind. This is what I want to do. We're going to build it. We're going to make it. You learned, you listened, you developed, you delivered. So yeah, I think exciting times ahead.
thank you.
Grace.
Thank you.
Yes. Carl, could you expound a little bit more that you just spoke about the